Now.
I'm actually expecting a level 4 gank from Nasus or a level 6 sneaky dragon from Nasus.
And of course, he got that teleport in his repertoire, and it's always nice to have something to do. To use that summoner spell. So that is definitely a possibility that they go for an early dragon here, but there's really just something in the room that we need to talk about, and that is the Kassadin. It went over to Brothership. He's going to have a nice time in the middle lane on that Kassadin, and he's going to go up against Kennen. Now, what do you think in terms of that matchup? Well, Kennen obviously being ranged will have the early advantage over Kassadin, but the point is he has to make use of that.
If he managed to get the use of it, if he manages to bully Kassadin out of the lane, it will be a clear win for Kennen. But if Kassadin is good enough and he can dodge those marks that Kennen throws out and dodge his damage, Kassadin from level 6 could have a chance on beating Kennen. Then again, Kennen does have his Maelstrom, so slicing Maelstrom. So we'll see. I'm actually really looking forward to that matchup in the middle.
Yep.
It's going to be such a close fight between those two, especially around level 6, like level 5 and 6.
Yeah. Well, generally looking at the team compositions here, if we take a closer look at what Team Syncronised has here in stock, they've got a tanky front line, they've got the Nasus in there, they also got a way to get through Friends with Benefits' tank line with that buy. And the Thresh, if he doesn't land a death sentence, he can pull himself and use the box. Ezreal, of course, with the ability to reposition himself rapidly in fights, and the huge slicing Maelstrom coming out from Kennen. If he manages to land that into a box, and then also Ezreal shoots a true shot barrage through the fight, they have huge potential for AoE damage. Meanwhile, on Friends with Benefits' side, they have gone with a tankier composition here.
Indeed. They have the Dragon Descent from Shyvana, so she can easily, from level 6, jump in with her huge dragon, use Burnout, burn everything down. They have Solar Flare from Leona, and her Day Shield Break. As well as Kha'Zix just going in from the side and just sniping someone out. And they have also Jinx with those Flame Chompers, Zap, and Mega Death Rocket. So it's also a semi-AoE composition, but they also have something to jump in with. Unlike the Team Synchronized, who have Vi, and Nasus will have to follow that up, but he'll need to be really fast due to Vi just using her Assault and Battery to jump in.
Yep, that's always something to watch out for. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the loading screen. EGL Summoner's Shield number 19, round of 16, between Team Synchronized on the blue side and Friends with Benefits on the red side. Now, before the game really starts going, there's always this little tense standoff in either one's jungle. Level 1, what do you think? What do you expect?
I'm not sure. It could be just a safe play with both teams just protecting their buffs. I would expect that because they have a bit of potential from both sides for a level 1 fight, but I think they're going to play safe because they do have Kassadin, who is a very fragile early game, to put it like that, but they also have Kha'Zix. I can't be sure.
Well, generally, Team Synchronized has the Thresh, and it's been one of my rules. Whoever team has the Thresh gets the level 1 from me. But
I can see the reasoning and logic behind it.
The question is, will they go for it? Because level 1s have become more rare by the day, as more and more people realize that First Blood does not give as much gold as it once used to.
No.
The point of doing level 1s at this stage is to gain summoners, or maybe delay the jungler in picking up his buff applying some pressure. As
Oh,
it
we have
stands. Yeah, friends with benefits moving in here actually.
invading, yeah.
Gonna see if they just place a ward, if they're just doing that to play some deep wards, or if they actually go for it. I am actually quite surprised by Team Synchronized's actions here, just stacking up in that middle lane, and the Thresh still back in base, just now buying his stuff. They're not covering
Yes,
anything.
I'm actually I'm surprised Shyvana took Flame Breath instead of Twin Bite, because if she took Twin Bite, I would have expected them to take that red buff with her helping, but she is recalling and Cassidy is just protecting their red buff. So, really surprised by the invade.
I'm gonna see if they decide to give the enemy red buff over to Tuberi on that Jinx. As it stands though, Synchronized, after having assembled in the middle lane, will now move into the enemy blue buff. And it looks like they will be wanting to pick that one up. Hook comes out just to see if anyone's there. But they're gonna trade red buff for blue buff in the early stages of the game.
No, not a bad trade-off. Synchronized will still have their blue buff up, so...
They do, yeah.
So they can easily give it to Nessus. Ooh, it's Nessus middle versus Cassidy. Intriguing.
Kha'Zix just flashed. I'm not sure what that was about, but he just flashed. So that's a flash down for Kha'Zix. Interesting. Maybe it was just a misclick. He wanted to smite and then accidentally flashed. It's just...
No, it happens. It's known to happen.
Well, yeah.
It's not cool, but it's known to happen.
It is indeed. Tuberi getting hooked here in the bottom lane. This might be a very early first blood coming out for Team Synchronized. This Vi was also there. Oh, the Mystic Shot lands. First blood goes over to Ezreal.
Really good start with that first blood. Ezreal picking it up really early, allowing him to power up. Yeah, it's not 400 gold anymore, but it will keep Jinx away from the experience and CS, as Cannon and Ost and iApple are trading damages on top.
Yeah. That's the thing with early first bloods. Early first bloods are nice to have, but nowadays, if they're too early, you might as well bait it a little bit. Sure, it's nice to have first blood, but I think 4 minutes is the threshold. From 4 minutes onwards, first blood does give 400 gold once more, so maybe you could have waited for a little bit. Anyway, regardless, as you have said, that means a valuable laning time lost for Jinx, because she has to go back, will not be able to pick up those CS. It's a nice thing to throw the enemy AD carry back, especially now that Tuberi is still level 1, while Imp has already hit level 2, so they're going to have the opportunity to deal some major aggression onto that Jinx and Leona. They've just both hit level 3, while Jinx is still just hit level 2. Could be very dangerous.
Here comes Vi on top. Vanna just walking away.
Yeah. There's nothing really much to do there. Did show herself, and I think the brush was warded, so she used the sweeping lens to clear out the ward that obviously revealed her to Kennen, who quickly backed away. So nice play, nice reaction on your prayer coming out of Kennen. Keeps himself safe from that gank, and it stands there.
Actually, to Shyvana, who pulled back because it was Vi ganking, so to synchronize his attempted gank.
Oh, but now Shyvana may be in some trouble here. She does run into Vi, tries to do some damage onto her, and iApple has to run now as Kennen and Vi bashing away onto him. A little bit too much. We'll survive this one though, nothing too bad. Abe may be in some trouble here as Kha'Zix comes in for a gank onto the middle lane. Flash in from Cassidy, tries to pick up the kill, but he will get it by using the Ignite. Nicely played. Kill over to Cassidy, not something you want to happen.
No, he's slightly slacking behind in CS. Now he will get the levels, a bit of a level advantage and catch up with CS, especially with his that kill. He's around 1,160 gold, so he can easily go back and buy something to help him sustain more of Nessus's damage, especially if it's top tier of the god. It's not that bad. He'll just stack up mana, so he'll be able to jump more once he hits level 6.
Yep. And, well, Cassidy has picked up a kill. Even though Team Synchronized did send the Kennen up top lane and let the tanky Nasus go up against the Cassidy in the middle lane, it still wasn't enough to keep Catherine from getting a kill, and now the snowball could very well start rolling if Syncronised doesn't watch out.
Indeed.
Oh, nice nice play coming out of Thresh. Gets the buy-in with the Dark Passage, then flashes and takes the Dark Death Sentence onto Jing. She will go down to the Ignite, but now McLean using the Dungeon's Blade onto Mod, jumping back in, but the damage is just not enough. Mankar Hughes on Kazakh has also showed up here in the bottom lane, trying to deal as much damage as possible. Gets hooked in by a nice Death Sentence from Thresh. They go and they deal some damage. Will they be able to take him down here? Ezreal picks up the kill. Kimik's going very low. He will be able to flash away from this one. McLean will not pick up the kill, but will they pick up the kill on McLean? He has to flash away from this one. Will survive, but that's 2 kills over to Team Synchronized down that bottom lane. As the top lane, Dragon's Descent is used from Shyvana. Ignite as well. Ost will go down here. That's the kill over to iApple.
Oh, wow. Really nice play because Cassidy is
and in the middle lane, Brothership goes aggressive here onto Abe. Gets withered though. Wow, action all across the map.
Yep. 3-2 in almost 7 minutes of the game, with kills just being stacked one upon another. Nessus is on 50% health. He's still trying to farm his Q and heal up with the with it. And his passive, he used all of his health potions. He has that Chalice of Harmony, so he is trying to mitigate as much damage as possible from Kassadin, but it's not enough.
It's not enough indeed. Now that Kassadin has the Rift Walk at his disposal, Nasus will have a hard time getting away from that one.
Sweeping lens being used in the middle to clear that ward.
Yeah, Mankar is doing a good job at jungling, keeping the pressure up. Has died once, which is not too good. Was down that bottom lane when a nice fresh Death Sentence turned it all around for Team Synchronized. But other than that, he's taking care of his jungle by doing a better job at ganking with that 0-0-3. But other than that, the gold lead is at 1,500 here for Team Synchronized. It's still very even of a game. As another Death Sentence attempted on the bottom lane, not quite landing.
No, it was intentional. He wanted that minion. Yeah. I'm sure of it. Abe in trouble will go down as Kassadin just drops to 50% health with Vi coming in.
Yes, directed camera thinks it's not worth to show. So we just did miss Abe going down to Kassadin in the middle lane. I'm not sure what's up with directed camera sometimes.
Yeah, it was going towards top for me as well, so I just stopped it as Vi was, as the kill was happening. Really nice play by Brothership. He did use Ignite again, so he's just rotating around the Ignite as Vi continues to hammer.
They're gonna battle Kimix here, but here comes Kha'Zix. Rift walking from Kassadin, forward pulls, and Kha'Zix will probably just be able to pick up the kill right here. One more auto attack. There we go. Kimix goes down. Kill over to Friends with Benefits. They are now in the kill lead. But they're still behind in gold.
Yeah, about 1,000 gold down. Not a huge difference. They are farming up nicely. Trash picking up another minion as Shyvana jumps on cannon.
Yeah, Dragon's Descent is used. But Oz just keeps it cool. Throws down auto attacks constantly, poking iApple down. Damage per damage per damage. In the mid lane, though, Ape going aggressive here onto Kha'Zix as a Siphoning Strike lands and deals major damage onto him. Has to back away from this one.
That's 111 bonus damage on Siphoning Strike. So if he continues like this, his Q is gonna hurt tons. Those towers will drop.
Those towers will drop indeed. That's the main thing with the Nasus, especially if he has teleport. He's gonna become a split push monster later on. Although, now that he's sitting on 0-2-0, obviously to be a strong split pusher, you need to have a strong start as Nasus. You need to get your items together, and if they can keep him down for just that little bit longer that it takes to get Kassadin into a snowbally state, which he is currently in as he has 2 kills and 1 assist.
And he picked up Catalyst, which means he'll be going for that Rod of Ages, which will give him that extra bit of tankiness that he needs, because he's a type of a mage assassin that jumps in, does his combo, and jumps out.
Yeah.
So he needs that. He needs those 2-3 seconds of survival before he can jump out again.
Yeah, very well indeed. And he's having a strong game right now. 2 kills. 10 minutes and 40 seconds into the game. And I have to sneeze, so please take over.
So yeah, as special sneezing, we see Ezreal and Thresh still pressuring that bottom lane. Vi is in the middle, trying to looking for a gank on Kassadin, but he is sneaky and he jumped out of it. Here comes Vi again.
Okay.
Powering up the Q.
Didn't have to sneeze after all, so... Abe getting aggressed upon here by Brother Ship, but he knows how much damage he can take. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, McLean goes down to Thresh. Mekar uses Rive here as well. Has to flash out, though, as the True Shot barrage does come out from Ezreal. Nice flash hook from Thresh! He is doing hugely in this game. They're going to go on to Mekar use. One more Mystic Shot will be able to pick up the kill. Now, Tubery going to be the next target. Nice Lantern thrown out by Thresh, allows Vi to get in and pick up a kill, but here comes Kassadin. This could be very dangerous. Oh, Assault and Battery is immediately used as he uses the Rift Wall to get back out. Keemix taking a lot of damage from that. Ma trying to land a death sentence, but hits a minion that is directly in front of his face. It's a stylish way to slap the minion.
Running around, well, no health, forces a flash out of Shyvana, stands her on top, continue to fight, burnout used.
Oz tries to charge away, but iApple is still in pursuit. Now he's given up, though, since he has dove in pretty deep. There's really nobody else there from Team Syncronised to deal the aggression onto him, though, so he's just going to stand there and proxy farm while Oz tries his best to take him down.
The Flame's Breath.
Yeah, Flame Breath hitting. He's going very low there. Now he just has to try and recall under his turret. Will Shyvana go for the kill here? Chases him away from his own turret.
Oz can survive.
Here comes Vi indeed. Oh! Flash forced out of Oz to dodge the skill shot, and Vi will not be there in time to take down Shyvana. But what they will be able to do is pick up this dragon, which they're currently doing, and there's really nothing Syncronised can do to contest this one since they are just not in position. So the first dragon off the game is going to go over completely freely to friends with benefits.
Which is a really good thing because they're still down in gold, 2 kills down as well. Now, no major item's being completed actually because it's picking up his Spirit of the Elder Lizard and Cannon picking up Twin Shadows, which will help him because it will slow Shyvana down and show him if there's an incoming gank. Other than that, no big items being picked up. Eggs of Legion of Trash, of course, which I just completely missed and saw now as I was saying. But just items being completed, there is nice farming happening as well, and that first dragon will help Team Friends with Benefits.
Yeah, well indeed. Look at the Nessus, he is currently at 210 stacks, which could certainly be taught, but he has been dead twice, and Brothership, since doing that, has been having some kind of trouble taking him down. He's not having trouble in lane, he's just going for the kills, not quite able to pick them up. Nasus is already starting to get tanky. So we might have a situation here in the top lane as Vi does move into the Tribrush. Not sure. No, she doesn't know if it's clear. But Kha'Zix is also in the vicinity, so a big fight may break out here soon in the top lane. If Vi does decide to go in. Oh, does run into Shyvana. There we go. She's in the Tribrush. Knocks him back. Kha'Zix will now be aware of Vi's presence. Will come back here as well. They're going to try to turn this one around. There's the Assault and Battery used, and this moment is used by Kha'Zix to jump in. Slicing Bells from coming out of cannon, dealing lots of damage. They're going to dive back in. They're going to try to take him down. No, Keemix flashes backs out. And, yeah, that's going to be that. Kha'Zix able to get away. And Oz still in pursuit. I'm not sure if he is going to be able to do anything here. Just decide to instead go for the red buff steal.
Just to help a bit, Shyvana boarding that Trebuchet as well. Cannon dropped his down. They will be able to see if the junglers come around next time. In the middle we had Abe and Brothership trading damage, and that Megatron Cloak is really helping that out because he's finally is healing up with his Siphoning Strike as well as getting the stacks that he needs while dealing damage, trading damage nicely with Kassadin.
Yeah, I mean definitely a Megatron Cloak is, especially if you're a tank, I think the first thing that Nasus is going to pick up here would be a magic resistance item because looking at Friends with Benefits, they got the magic damage in there with the Kassadin. They really don't have much magic damage other than Kassadin, but I think Kassadin and his potential damage output alone merits, for example, a Spirit Visage pickup here for Nasus.
Well, that's one of the staple items for Nessus anyways, because it does buff his lifesteal potential of Siphoning Strike. So it would have been his third item instead of his first item. But because of Kassadin's damage potential, he needed to rush it, which I respect and is a very smart and good choice considering that Nessus is 0-0 with 128 CS. So he's 20 CS up above Kassadin, and that's what's keeping him in game for now.
Yeah, he's doing certainly a good job at farming. Hasn't died in a while as well, so he's doing a good job at keeping himself up in the game. Now the stands though, 16 minutes and 20 seconds in, 6-4 in favor of Syncronised. The gold is also in their favor by about 2,000. They're making the plays, but we have yet to see a turret fall.
Yep, still no turrets down. The turrets have been dealt damage, but nothing's happening to them as of yet. Trash and Modern Imp are pushing that bottom lane quite a lot. Hooks have been landing really nicely, occasional minion hook, but they have been landing brilliantly so far. 1 minute 50 seconds till Dragon is back up, and we'll be seeing a team fight happen as Kassadin and Kha'Zix start to move towards that bottom lane, because Trash didn't ward the river, so they can easily either jump over the wall after Solar Flare and Zenith Blade have been used. Or as Zenith Blade has been used.
Yeah,
here comes Vi from behind as well.
This could be very dangerous. Hook goes out. McLean moves in to land the stun, and here comes Kassadin. He's going to Rift Walk in, deal as much damage as he can. This could be huge. Kimix going very low. True Shot Barrage coming through from Ezreal, trying to take down some targets, but Kassadin gonna take down Mod here. No, actually, Kha'Zix will pick up the double kill. Imp trying to take down Kha'Zix here with some auto attacks and mystic shots. He has to watch out because if Kassadin does decide to move back in, he does not. He does decide to Rift Walk back out. Has picked up 2 assists for himself here. Is now sitting on 1,200 gold. And
Dragons have been used on top, missing Abe.
That's true, yeah.
Missing Lost.
The Ignite is down for some reason. I think there was a split-second decision where he thought, I'm going to go in. That's when he used his Ignite. And just a split second afterward, he was like, no, I should not go in.
So it's 18 minutes into the game, 616 kills, only 2,000 gold difference still, and the reason why that bottom gank from Vi went wrong is not because it was a 4v3, but because Thresh and Ezreal, after using that lantern to pull Vi in, they walked out of the boxed area, so Vi got hit by Solar Flare, while Ezreal and Thresh got only slowed, and that's when everything went wrong and Vi died due to being surrounded by 4 enemies, being left alone. Which also allowed them to catch up to Trash and kill him. This was a really, it was literally Synchronized saying, here, have 2 free kills.
Yeah.
Because of the bad community.
In terms of benefits, why shouldn't they go for it? Brothership getting aggressed upon here by the Nasus has to flash the Vault Breaker from Vi, went in a little bit too deep.
And also, first turret of the game went down as Nasus managed to queue it down.
That's true. First turret in the middle lane. Siphoning Strike offense becoming very strong here for Nasus. Synchronized now, making the move onto the Dragon here, and they're going to pick it up. Bringing up their gold lead to 3,000 at this point, almost 3,000. You see a hook attempted from Thresh trying to catch out Jinx, but it does not quite land. And, well, even though friends with benefits have a 2-0-3 Kassadin, they haven't been quite able to do much with him yet. He has been down in the bottom lane, trying to help out with the gank, but he didn't pick up any kills with that. He got some assists, but now that Abe has been able to charge up his Siphoning Strike for a lot, look at the damage that he's able to deal onto Brothership, but he's now going to get collapsed in here by Kha'Zix as he comes into the middle lane. Fury of the Santa's Youth, look at the damage that comes out from this Nasus. He is already unkillable. He's just going to dive this one. Will he be able to pick up the kill? He does get Kassadin. Wow, Nasus is already getting very strong. In the top lane, though, they're gone on to iApple, who tries to run away with all his might, but Kimix will land the Vault Breaker and pick up the kill for him. 2 kills to Synchronized all across the map in quick succession.
And 3,000 gold difference in their favor as well. Cannon will take that top turret in the next wave push, or even Vi now, but I doubt that she'll do it. She'll just pick up the minions to get some experience and free gold. Even though Cannon is one level beneath Shyvana. He's still holding up nicely. He's a few CS behind her, but not by a lot, and he'll be getting
Hook lands onto McQueen in the bottom lane. Box is used by Thresh, plays him back, has to flash away. Will he be able to pick up the kill? Two-shot barrage not quite landing, but Mod will be able to pick up the kill onto Leona, onto Jinx, while Bobo Dente uses the Mystic Shot to pick up Leona. Nice double kill down there in the bottom lane, and Synchronized is beginning to turn this game right on its head.
They're playing the let's prolong the game as much as possible because we have a Nessus who is on 453 extra damage, and this will hurt. If he can get on top of Kha'Zix or on top of Cassidy,
he's gonna get circled in here once more by Kha'Zix, but look at that, this is very familiar, only that this time the Kennen is here as well. Brothership uses the Rift Walk to get out just in time. Super Mega Death Rocket, not quite enough to pick up the kill, but they may be able to go aggressive onto him now. Curious to stand the lack of this, and Rift Walk Force Pulse not quite enough to take him down. Oz will pick up the kill onto Brothership. He went in a little bit too deep. Another kill over Synchronized. And Shyvana coming in as well. Onto Oz. Will he be able to survive this one? Kha'Zix going aggressive. He surges away, tries to stun him, but there's Leona landing the Venom Blade. He will surely go down. That's one kill over to Friends with Benefits. But Synchronized is in the driver's seat right now.
Yep, they are. They have 3-2-0 in turrets because bottom turret dropped as well. It's 1-1 in Dragons so far. And they just keep going. Nessus picked up his Glacial Shroud, which will help him tank AD damage, which is so much far ahead in Team Friends with Benefits. So they have Kha'Zix, they have Jinx, and they have Shyvana, especially Shyvana, who's really dangerous with that Twin Bite. So he will be able to tank them as well, while not fearing Cassidy, who picked up his Rod of Ages and Archangel's Staff.
Bottom lane
dropping really low.
Solar Flare attempted to take down Mod, but it was nicely flashed by him, so he escapes with his life. But now Vi comes in from the river, looking for a gank. Does land the Ball Breaker onto Tubri. Assault and Battery is available. He's going to use that as well. Barrier has to be burned by Tubri, and here comes Kha'Zix. He steps into the Flame Chompers and dies, and now they're going to jump onto Imp as well. He has to flash away, and he will go down. Double kill for Kha'Zix. Has picked up 6 kills here in this game, and if anyone's going to carry Friends with Benefits through this game, it's going to be him.
Yeah, definitely Kha'Zix and Kassadin. If Kassadin starts snowballing, Shyvana's standing really good. She's 2-1-0 with 169 CS. She is up on the lead over the Cannon, but Cannon is holding his own. Especially now with that he has his Zhonya's Hourglass, so he can easily protect himself while trading with Shyvana.
Oh, the Ignite is down though. There's the Dragon's Descent coming out of IAPL, and he picks up the kill onto Cannon. Another kill over to Friends with Benefits, and now they are picking up the kills here all over the map, as Abe's getting collapsed in here, but Leona is going to use the Shield of Daybreak. Tubri also going to come in, trying to deal as much damage onto him as possible. He's going to walk away because he's Nessus.
Yep, it's Nessus. He'll just wither someone and walk away. And as you see, Brothership isn't even dealing that much damage to Nessus because of his Chalice of Harmony, Mercury Threads, and Spirit Hussars. So he really did a good job at trying to protect himself from...
But what Friends and Benefits are doing right now, and this is huge. They started the fight. They will be able to pick up Keemix here. Ape going very low as well as 4 people collapse onto him. Mod shows up, gets him to safety with the Dark Passage, but look at that. The box is used. Nasus does finally go down. Menkar Use has to jump away here as well. They do pick up 2 kills for themselves, and what they did was they sent the Shyvana up to the top lane to split push, and then they went in. So that meant that they had to send someone up there, and in this case it was Kennen, and that meant that they did not have the Slicing Maelstrom in that fight. That means that they had free reign to take down Nasus and Vi. Wonderfully played by Friends with Benefits, and they have caught up. The gold lead is now back to under 1,000.
Yep. 3-3 in turrets, Dragon up in 20 seconds, 2 kills difference in favor of with Benefits. So they are using really good tactics, trying to deceive and get those 5v4s in. They can take out key opponents like Vi and Nessus, who are the front line and standing there, but they're only good if there's a cannon with his Slicing Maelstrom there, so he can keep 1 or 2 people locked in within his ultimate. So Ezreal can walk around and trash use his box cooks, as we'll have a team fight on Dragon.
Might have that very well indeed, as Friends with Benefits are making the move, trying to secure this Dragon. And they seem to have an amazing sense of when they are behind and when they are not behind. As Mecharius gets hooked here, Cassid, and immediately gets aggressed upon as he rift walks in. Kimik still in pursuit. He's gonna rift walk over that wall and be gone with it. The usual little time window they got by luring away Cassid was starting off that dragon. They will be able to pick it up, but the fight immediately breaks out as Dragon's descended to by Apple. Look at that! They are able to pick up the Resh right away, but here comes Nasus, picks up the Jinx. McLean gonna be the next target here. Siphoning strikes are gonna come out so huge. In the meanwhile, though, Brothership almost able to take down Imp, but Imp nicely Arcane shifts away. Abe gets the triple kill. Will he get the quadra kill? iApple gonna be the next target here. Will he be able to flash away through the wall? Yes, he will, but Abe does not have the flash available. It's not gonna be the quadra kill, but it was a triple kill for Nasus, and that's just how strong he is. That's just how strong he is.
Wow. Just wow. He can solo tank anyone as long as his team is there. He can fight anyone. He deals tons of damage. He's just going to clear that bottom minions with and get more stacks of his Cycling Strike up. Go back and buy some very good shinies because he's on 1,650 gold. So he can now split push easily because of that Iceborne Gauntlet. If he can get Randuin's Omen up as well, he will not have a problem with solo tanking two members of Friends with Benefits whatsoever.
Yeah, that's just what happens when you let little Nasus farm. He's currently sitting on 237 farm. That is the most out of all members in this game, all participants. And we just saw what happens. Dubry getting caught out here by Ost, and Kimix will not be able to get away from this one. That was clean and quick and painless.
You mean painful?
Well, it was quick. So
That it was.
if there was pain, there wasn't much pain. Or at least not for long.
No, well, can you imagine seeing Cannon or seeing a Pikachu and just getting zapped by it? It's painful, no matter how long it lasts. It's gonna be painful.
Oh yeah, well, she died.
Exactly. So it's 28 minutes into the game, 15-15, 3,000 gold difference, so it's not a huge of a difference. 3-3 in turrets, and we have Nasus split pushing bottom with Brothership trying to stop him, and Nasus is just tanking the turret.
Yeah,
He's on 50% health.
And Brothership comes close to actually picking up the kill. There comes the Super Mega Death Rocket, though. Look at the damage coming out from Nasus! They are able to pick him up, but look at how low Brothership went in that fight.
Indeed, I'm not sure why he turned around. He should have continued auto-attacking Kassadin, because Kassadin was standing there, but Nasus turned his back on him and literally allowed himself to be killed. He could have, well, pick up the kill and still died. He could have made it 1-for-1.
Well, yeah, that's true. Understands though. He goes down, not quite able to take down Kassadin, but forcing him back. He's going to be able to take care of Kennen now in the top lane, who is currently split pushing, but that means that Kassadin is not available. Hook does land here onto McLean, not the target you want to land a hook on, but iApple still going aggressive, dealing as much damage as he can. In the meanwhile, though, top lane, Kassadin actually managing to take down Kennen. That's going to help Team Friends with Benefits a lot, since that Kennen will not be available last time, and we did see what happened last time Kennen was not available in a fight.
Exactly, Cannon is 352 at the moment with 191 CS. He doesn't have that much items. He finally picked up Hunting Geese, but he is 3 levels behind Brothership. So I'm actually surprised that he's up on top alone and pushing when he actually needs to be with his team. Nasus can be the one split pushing because he has teleport and his Q is at a really outrageous number of 648. Physical damage, bonus physical damage.
Wow.
So Nasus can do it because in just a few Q shots he can drop the turret down because they do affect the turret, and this is why they're doing a 30-minute Baron, or actually getting the Friends with Benefits to get to Baron so they can have a team fight because Cannon is there as well and they can utilize all that AoE that they have.
Yeah, indeed. It did look like they would be going for Baron there for a second, but instead they decide to move away there. Everyone is sitting on a sizable amount of gold, mostly over 1,000. They're gonna buy themselves some treats from the shop, and Friends with Benefits starting a 4-man, no, actually 5-man push here onto this middle turret. In the meanwhile, Nasus pushing top. Let's see how it goes. The fight does break out. Solar Flare. Ost using the Zonias to try and keep himself alive, but Phoenix using the Assault and Battery onto Chubby, trying to take him down, but he will go down to iApple. McLean tries to run, but the Ignite will be enough to take him down. Oz picks up that kill, and now Brothership has to flash away to survive. Ape comes in with the teleport and turns the fight right around. That's how it works when you have a Nasus with teleport. Split push top, teleport down, get to the fight, turn it around. iApple will be going down here as well. Oh no, he actually won't. Brothership able to take down Mod. Wow, what a close one. He will get taken down here by Ezreal.
Yep, Imp used very nice flash to pick up that kill because Ost was about a dead rodent.
Oh,
I love my Yordles, but Cannon is a potent rodent when he gets fed, and this game Cannon has been lacking out.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful fight coming out of Team Synchronized. They baited it out of Friends with Benefits because there was the Nasus in the top lane split pushing. So Friends with Benefits engaged, thinking, hey, this is for 5v4 and Nasus isn't there. Of course, they apparently forgot about Nasus' teleport, so then he came in and ravaged everyone. They were able to turn it into a 2v2, which started off 2-4-2, which started off as a 5v4 situation, engaged by Friends with Benefits.
It's a really good turnaround. I think that Friends with Benefits forgot the timer on teleport because they did saw Nasus using it earlier. They just forgot about how long of a timer it is. Solar Flare used by Leona to
take down the ward.
Apparently so.
You want to enlighten a ward before taking it out.
That makes perfect sense.
Or just show everyone, there's a ward right here where the sun just threw its rays.
Sparkled?
Yeah.
Well, it's a 75-second cooldown, so it's not a huge cooldown, and if they can prolong the next fight a bit longer, she can have it up before it breaks out. And they are rotating towards Nasus on top, because he's split pushing again, Cannon's split pushing middle, and the rest of their team is around there.
Nasus versus 3. Let's do it. Nasus versus 4. Okay, he can't win a 1v4. Almost takes down Kha'Zix, but we'll get taken down here by actually 5 members of Friends with Benefits. So 5 people is what it takes to take down the Nasus. And they're going to rotate down to the middle lane and look for opportunities there.
Yep, and they can do now because Nasus is out of the picture. Yes, he's 463, 277 CS. He picked up Random Zoman. He picked up now another Giant's Belt, so he'll be going for Cape of Fiery Doom. Sorry, Sunfire Cape. As Ost is in trouble.
Is in trouble indeed. Uses the Slicing Maelstrom, trying to deal as much damage as possible. Nicely uses the Zonias just to get that little extra proc of damage down. Tubri survives with a sliver of health. In the end, Cannon does go down to Kha'Zix.
If he managed to do that auto attack and drop Ignite at the same time, that would have been great, but his Ignite was on cooldown. So it's a 40-second spawn time for him. As we have a DC as it's a black screen for Vi.
Oh. Black screens are not good, ladies and gentlemen. That's because they're black and you can't really see what's going on. But that gives us
at least
time.
At least it's not a blue screen of death.
It's true. It's rather the black screen of death.
Yes. It's slightly worse, but no biggie.
Gives him some time. Gives us some time to go over everything. So, well, let's talk about this Nasus now, shall we?
Okay, it's 5-3 in turrets in favor of Team Synchronized. They are 4,000 gold in the lead, but they are losing in kills. It's 18-21 for the kills. Dragon is up live, and Team Friends with Benefits is slightly hovering around there, while Shyvana is slightly over there playing with the Baron, or hanging out with the Baron. Major items for the teams have been completed. We have on the bottom, starting from the bottom, on Trash, the Locket of Iron Solari, Zeke's Herald, Talisman of Ascension, and Mikael's Crucible. Mikael's Crucible will really help them because of those flame chompers and double stuns from Leona. So that is a really good pickup by Thresh. Leona has only a Ruby Sightstone and is working towards Randon's Omen and still has Nomad's Medallion, so she still hasn't gotten to the Talisman of Ascension. She is 1 for 8, which would explain why she's slacking behind in items. She has Home Guard boots on Home Guard enchantment on her Mercury threads. Now, the AD carries. We have Bloodthirsters on both sides and both filled up. Ezreal has the 24s and the Last Whisper, so he went slightly towards that Legolas build, but hasn't gotten that Infinity Edge to just seal it up, because he is known for that Triforce that feeds all of his damage, because he is an AP and AD carry. He can do both damages, and Static Shiv and Last Whisper picked up by Jinx. Really good combination, because she is mostly single target. That Static Shiv will add that magic damage that she needs to help bring the enemies down a notch. Kassadin picked up Randuin Zoman. He has that tankiness with the Archangel Staff and Rod of Ages, so now he's just going to go build either Abyssal Scepter or Void Staff to increase his magic penetration or drop down the magic resist that is stacked so well and nicely on Nasus.
Well, yeah.
So,
The Nasus is actually what I've been wanting to talk about, because we do remember the early stages of this game where Nasus wasn't as strong yet, and he went down twice to Kassadin. At one point he was 1-4 in kill score. Then he got the triple kill, 4-4. Now it's 4-6-3, but he has 690 stacks on Siphoning Strike, and that's gonna be so huge. And we have seen him. He's already unkillable. Has picked up that Randuin Zoman. Has picked up the Spirit Visage. It's sitting on a Giant Spell and a Chain Vest. That's going to be a Sunfire Cape. He's going to become unkillable.
Yep, that Cloak of Fiery Doom will definitely stack really nicely with his Fury of the Sands, that AoE damage, and his, of course, Spirit Fire. So just Wither, Spirit Fire, Siphon Strike someone while they're still standing around you while you're having that Cloak of Fiery Doom, as my friends call the Sunfire Cape, because it really is. You don't notice it till it's too late how much damage you have gotten from it. So he is definitely one you need to watch out for. But then again, if you focus your focus on Nasus, you're allowing Vi, Cannon, and Ezreal to run rampant all over your team. So who do you focus down?
Who do you focus down, indeed?
That is
the big question here for Friends with Benefits. And we do finally see the Vi reconnect here after approximately 5 minutes of pause time, so we hopefully will be getting back into this game really shortly. There we go! Now, where were we? Nasus just went down to the top lane after a 5-man gang. And Friends with Benefits are going to collapse onto this dragon here, but Vi and Thresh do not want this to happen. They move in, trying to keep them away from it. Will we be able to actually prevent them from doing it? Kimix moving in, trying to get the steal, but will quickly take the lantern to get back to safety. iApple still going aggressive, but giving up the chase now.
Ward.
Yeah.
Just dropping a ward. Here, I'll leave a ward here so I can actually see what's happening. It is the third dragon of the game, second dragon for the team with Friends with Benefits, so they did need it. And as you know, the changes with the dragon and it getting levels and gaining more gold, at this time it's really worth having or picking up that dragon as Kassadin goes for his blue buff.
Yep, that's very much so. The gold lead still hovering around 3,000 here in favor of Team Synchronized. But this is a certainly very close game. Friends with Benefits, they had the gold lead on their side for a while, then Synchronized had it on their side. But right now, Friends with Benefits have mainly one problem that they absolutely need to deal with, and that problem is Nasus. Synchronized is going for the Baron here. And I'm curious to see if Friends with Benefits are able to do anything here. Catherine coming in from the side, but the Baron is going down. This could be very dangerous for Synchronized, but it could also be very dangerous for Friends with Benefits. As Dragon's Descent is used by Shyvana getting in. kicking off the fight. Solar Flare slows down Thresh. Will keep him from using any hooks. Gonius in the middle. Osp manages to survive being collapsed upon by 5 enemy team members. Fight still goes on though. Here's the Slicing Maelstrom. Major damage coming out here from Team Synchronized. It's going to be the double kill for Kennen. Nasa's going to pick up one as well. Kha'Zix goes down. iApple is going to be the last target. It's going to be the 8th for Team Synchronized. They're going to barrel down this middle lane here and possibly pick up the inhibitor turret for themselves. They're just going to run past the minions, and it will just be Nasus tanking away this turret.
Yep, he has the health, he won't heal up on the turret, but he will heal up when the minions get there. And here comes their minions as well, but it won't be needed. He'll just take the turret, they'll take the inhibitor as well, and they could take up one Nexus turret.
This could actually be the game. It's going to be 10 seconds until Leona comes back up, and look at how fast these turrets are going down. The second Nexus turret goes down. They're now onto the Nexus. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, with one fight at Baron, Team Synchronized picks up the win here against Friends with Benefits in the EGL Summoner's Shield number 19 round of 16 match.
Indeed, and that was Nasus's Siphoning Strike with the 136 AD damage and 714 bonus AD damage from just stacking up from minions. And this is what it did.
That is what it did indeed. Wow, what a game, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, indeed.
And ended just like that with one Baron fight. Beautifully done from...
They didn't even took the Baron at the end. They just got an ace and just went for it.
Yeah.
Went for the victory.
That was straight down onto the Nexus. Wow.
Definitely well played, Team Synchronize. And my sympathies to Friends with Benefits.
Yeah, they did as best as they could. They gave it their all, but it just wasn't enough. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us. It's going to be... No, actually, you're going to stay here, right? You're going to cast this next game here for with Sona. It's going to be the quarterfinals
with Sona.
Exactly, the quarterfinals of the Summoner's Shield number 19 between Hilco, we just saw them, and 420 HS. So more League of Legends right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do
so stick around
is sit tight and keep on watching. We'll be right back with more EGL.